you're not on the field, court or ice, you're on the couch. From DG to DC, this is Coaching from the Couch with your host, CWall, delivering coverage for all DC sports teams from a hometown perspective. Nats, Skins, Mystics, DC United, Washington Wizards, Caps, Bowie State.
My name's CWall, I'm a PG girl. Down for my skins, I don't know if you heard. If you like watching sports, then I am your girl. Sit down on the couch if you're not on the field. Cold on the ice, pick any sport that you want. Know that I cover it tight. What would you like? From baseball to football and more. The list can go on the whole night. Big shouts out to my HBCU fam. Never forget who I am through the wins and the losses, the highs and the lows. We gotta stay strong, so I stay 10 toes. Make the competition back. The way I kick it make 'em mad, man. CWall and we live and direct. Sit back on the couch and relax. Come on.
Happy Thursday, everybody. This is your girl CWall here, and you see this bright smile. Yes. Everybody knows why I'm smiling. Because, remember last week, before we closed out, I said, next week, I hope I can say at the beginning of the show that the Washington Nationals are the World Series champions 2019. Remember I said that last week? So this week, guess what? I can say that the Washington Nationals are the 2019 World Series champions. Oh, my goodness. Oh my gosh. Whew. Look, I haven't gotten much sleep. And since it's Halloween, my good girlfriend, Tia, she said, you should be a champion for Halloween. So as you can see, this is my championship attire, okay? And I'm saying that because I got on a Caps hat, got on a Mystics 2019 WNBA champion shirt, and I'm wearing a Washington Nationals blanket that my cousin Sabrina gave me for my birthday one year. I'm wearing that as a cape. I'm wearing it as a cape because I feel like a hero. Listen, you guys, this is awesome. We do have to talk about a few things before we get into the Nets. Because I think I'm going to close the show out with the Washington Nationals. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think so, though. But, champion. Winners, okay? Listen, we are here. Joy is in the studio. Gerard of 87 TV Network is in the studio. Online, I see Kevin. I see Cameron. Listen, we are ready. We all the way ready. Let's go ahead and just get through some of the announcements. We got to get through some of the announcements because tonight, the big ticket items to talk about are the Redskins, Trent Williams situation. The Redskins also just came out with a statement, so we got to get to literally right when the intro was coming on. I received that to my email. So between the Redskins and the Nats, we got to get to those. But here's just some other topics that I want us all to kind of just go ahead and tune into real quick. First things first, I have got to shout out, as I love to do, the Bowie State University Bulldogs. They are still undefeated. They are number one in the division and in the CIAA conference football. And they're doing an amazing job. Keep rooting on them. I think they only got two more games this season. So I think they're going to continue this streak that they're on of being undefeated, and just kudos to that team. Maryland We all know Maryland's not, they're not doing good. But we love them though. We love the Terps. Don't wait a minute now. Just because I said they're not doing well doesn't mean we don't love them. We love them. Okay? This Saturday, they playing Michigan. 14th ranked Michigan with a 6-2 record on the season. And the Wolverines, Michigan wasn't playing last week with Notre Dame. They wasn't joking. They was out there zooming. So for real, like they was zooming. They was on the mountaintop, zooming for real. And so let's get our A game. Get your A game. Shock the world. Anything's possible, as we see. I mean, we're probably not going to do that. But at the same, you never know. Stranger things have happened, okay? Stranger things have absolutely occurred. But we're going to still wish them luck, meaning the Maryland Terrapins. Want to do a quick update as well on the Wizards. The Wizards are now a week into their season. And just a couple updates about Cap One Arena. So Cap One, now they have the addition of Ben's Chili Bowl. So last night, if you were at the game, did you see the Ben's Chili Bowl? It's a Ben's Chili Bowl stand near Section 120. It's right next to the team store. And another stand by Section 408. Everybody loves Ben's Chili Bowl. So, I mean, you got to have Ben's Chili Bowl in there. So Ben's Chili Bowl is in there. And the Wizards also announced that the concert series is back. You all know, if anybody knows me, you all know, I love the concert series. Okay? I really, really do. So it starts next week, everybody. Next week, next Friday, DJ Flex, Backyard, and EU. That's next Friday. Okay, so make sure you guys get your tickets. That is when the Wizards play the Cavaliers. And once upon a time, that used to be a sought-after game. Now I don't know who's coming. So they put the concert series on that, and so everybody go, because you get the game, you get a ticket to the game, then you also go to the concert. No brainer to me. And that's a good lineup. Then the next one looks like February 7th, DJ Quicksilver, Mace, and Drew Hill. That's a 90s party right there. It's a 90s party. And then there's going to be another concert series on March the 6th. They haven't announced who's going to be performing there yet. So, just had to share all of that. Have to share all of that with everybody. So, I'm going to go to the Redskins first, because that might take some time to talk about. So the Redskins, actually, the Washington Redskins just sent out a statement that reads, the Washington Redskins have requested that the NFL's Management Council convene a joint committee with the NFLPA to review the medical records and the medical care given to Trent Williams. We have requested this review under the NFL's collective bargaining agreement that provides for an independent third-party review of any NFL player's medical care. The Redskins continue to prioritize the health and well-being of our players and staff. Due to health care and privacy regulations, we are unable to comment further at this time. We look forward to the joint committee's results. I just got this to my inbox at 7:27 p.m. today. As everyone knows, I find this statement extremely convenient, considering that today Trent Williams was very open in public with local Redskins media about him having had cancer, and that for about 5.5 years he had dealt with a growth on his head that was shared with doctors. You know, hey, this is something is on my head, it's something bothering me, and it was said to be just a cyst, was minor, nothing to worry about. Come to find out, it was in fact something to be concerned about. It's a rare form of cancer, a soft tissue cancer, I believe that it was. But you can go online and see all of the reports. The interviews are now, I'm sure, all posted. You can see the video, or you can listen to it as well. But this is something that has been going on for some time. Now, we've all talked about this over time, ever since Trent basically, didn't show up. We all know. We said, okay, he didn't show up, and and as some people are saying, they can finally talk about it. Absolutely. This is something that needed to be talked about. And one thing I want it to be very clear. This is not something where just today his teammates found out or other people found out. This is publicly now out. And I applaud the way that Trent has handled this, in the respect that he kept this, he said it and he told it when he wanted to tell it. It wasn't like, okay, somebody gonna sneak and find out, and we're gonna do this and do that and to find out what's going on. It wasn't that type of situation at all. He was able to handle that, and he broke his own story. He told his own news the way he wanted to. So I can commend that wholeheartedly. I think what really got to me, and like I said, I will tell folks, as time has gone on, if you remember, at the beginning of even OTAs, Jay Gruden shared that if Trent would have reported to OTAs, he wouldn't have practiced. He would not have been able to practice. Okay, that's clue number one, right? Clue number two is the fact that Trent didn't even show up. We know, listen, Trent Williams didn't show up. It's a problem if he did not show up. It's absolutely an issue. One of the most loyal Redskins. If he's not there, something's wrong. Right? Then, of course, we get into training camp. No show for training camp. Jay Gruden shares in another press conference, well, if he's here, he'll start out the year probably on the PUP. That's physically unable to perform. Okay. Of course, there were other stories about there was the growth on his head and needing cosmetic surgery and things of that nature, multiple cosmetic surgeries. Listen, this is nothing to play with. And I've already seen, folks, it can go either way, where even he talked about, and I want everyone to listen to it when you get a chance. He was very open and honest about the second opinion situation. Some people, why you didn't get a second opinion? Why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that? Okay, we can all play that game. We can talk about that, because that's an honest question. Why didn't you get a second opinion if this was something that was going on and it was lingering? And of course, over time, this thing is growing. What is it? Okay, they're saying it's minor. Maybe I should go get it checked out. Okay. But something as serious as this, and now there's a third party that needs to evaluate his medical records and everything like that. Listen, this has been brewing, you guys. This has been going on for quite some time. It's interesting. What would the trade situation be? How could he even have a trade situation, really? But they still attempted to trade. I did find out, while they were shading everybody that was asking about Trent and wanting Trent and offering all types of draft picks and inquiring for the longest time, the organization wasn't even taking calls. Then you're taking calls and you basically jerking people around. And then at the very last minute, okay, now you want to trade them. You're playing with people. You're playing. This is crazy. This is a joke. You got to stop doing that. When you understand that this young man was dealing with a serious health issue. Serious. And these guys, so if he's dealing with this 5.5 years ago, this was still, he's in his 20s at that time, right? 26, 27. So, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor. What's this? Oh, it's okay? Oh, I'm fine? Not a big deal? All right, cool. I'm going to keep playing. And he even said that. Even for him, it was football first. It didn't become a problem until it was a problem. But the challenge is, Why did it take that long for anybody to share that it's a problem? Now, it's one thing when somebody tells you something is a problem and you say, well, I'm going to play anyway. I'm going to do this anyway. But for this to be a continual thing for 5.5 years, I don't know what to say about that. I just, and now with this statement that just came out, why now do you need a third party reviewer for the medical records? Why? Because he finally said something? Because he finally told everybody that this is what's going on? Of course, the Redskins organization believes they did everything that they were supposed to do. Trent absolutely believes they absolutely did not. He said even still today, the trust is gone. There is no trust. He even told publicly today, for the 2 weeks he was in the hospital in Chicago, nobody in the organization front office came to see him. What are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here? I mean, seriously, I think we have to really think this through objectively. You know, and that's what I try to do. Think it through objectively. Put yourself in Trent's shoes or anybody's shoes. This goes for anybody. You can go to the doctor tomorrow and you have a bump on your head that doesn't necessarily really hurt at the time, but the doctor says, it's nothing to worry about. And then it goes on for some time. You go get it checked out. They end up telling you there's some cancer there. And then everybody's looking at you like, wait a minute, you've been getting this checked out? You didn't know it was cancer? Oh, that's a big deal. And now the Redskins want a third party. Well, that part, we'll just have to see how this thing plays out. Because why now do you need a third party to review his medical records?
Damage control.
It's damage control, but you already late. You're already late. And that's the thing that I wanted to talk to Redskins fans about. It was so much, spin around. He wants more money. He wants more money. Well, he probably should get somewhere, right? But not only that, it's like this. He told you he didn't want to be there. He said trade him or release him. Right? Hey, listen. Well, we need Trent. We need Trent. Trent don't need the Redskins and don't want him. He said that today. Now there's no need to speculate anymore about anything else. Those that knew what was going on the whole time, everybody, we all free now. We don't have to sit up here and hold and hold no secrets and hold and keep a straight face when people, dogging the situation one way or the other. This is what happened. This is what's going on straight out of Trent's mouth. And he said, no trust. He did say that he still appreciates his friendship with Dan Snyder. Okay, so we got to start thinking about these things objectively. Take your feelings out of it. Take the emotions out of it. What would you do? How would you respond? How would you deal with that? That's something to think about. Definitely something to think about. And I want everybody to think about it because it's ugly. And I've told people before, and that's one of the reasons why, if you all noticed, people, I very seldom, I didn't even want to talk about the Trent situation on the show. I just didn't. Because it was egregious and it's a mess and it's bad. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it because nobody has to sugarcoat it anymore. It's horrible. And I'm glad it's out there. But it's rough. Totally rough. God bless Trent. I hope he continues, to get better, do better. He looks great. Looks fantastic. But that's a scary thing to go through. And it's something to think about.
He's a human.
And he's a human. He's a person. Sometimes I think in sports, and I do it too. I'm not trying to, So when I say we, I'm including myself. we see folks as entertainment. But then for me, as I've gotten on the media side of things, it gives me an opportunity to meet people and know them in real life as people, as humans, and or get to meet the people that know them very well, who if you ask about them or you talk about them or say something, they get directly offended or they get emotional because that's their friend. So this is not going away anytime soon. Let me just say that. And we'll see what happens. I mean, hey, I don't know. It's not going away anytime soon, people. It's not.
And there's going to be some accountability.
And there's going to have to be some accountability to be had. You're absolutely correct, Joy. You're absolutely correct that there's going to have to be some accountability had for this situation, for it to be effectively rectified, for sure. Because this that's ugly. That's ugly. That is super duper 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 ugly. So we'll see, and we'll go from there, you guys. But it's gonna get worse. Y'all, I'll go ahead. You can quote me on that. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. Flat out. Flat out.
It's also going to help so many other players that could be possibly in Trent's situation or worse.
Oh, people got to speak up. People have to speak up. And folks have been, Bruce Allen's got to go, and I don't know if he's going anywhere, but I don't know. It's a mess. That's why we getting ready to go talk about the Nats. we gonna close this thing out talking about the Washington Nationals. What a story. On the way here, Joy called it a Cinderella story. What a story. Wow. 19-31 to World Series champions. All right. Got a blanket on like a cape in honor of them. Seriously. Listen, y'all. What did you all, how are you feeling, Nats fans? Check in and tell me how you are feeling. Because for me, y'all know I lost my marbles when the Caps won the cup. I just completely, I just lost it. But I think I really lost it with the Caps when they beat the Penguins, because I was so sure that the year that the Caps beat the Penguins was going to be the year that they won the cup. And sure enough, so I was ready for championship. I was there. The night they beat the Penguins, that could have been the championship for me. And as everybody said, we won the fight. Yes, Dion, we're feeling outstanding. I'm telling you. It's like euphoric. I'm like, I don't know. I've been talking all fast all day, and I've been jumping around, and I just can't contain myself. The parade is Saturday at 2, and that's going to be awesome. I'm going to be out there, okay? I might try to relax or chill out tomorrow so I can save up all my good energy. Because just about everything that I was supposed to do on Saturday is now not going to get done because of this parade. So I had a couple questions, you guys. I had a couple of questions because now we got to talk. We got to talk about it. And I'm telling you, 5 elimination games. The Nats won 5 when their back was against the wall. The underdogs. This is a story. Listen, put our Washington Nationals on the poster of amazing underdog stories. I think we deserve a chapter in the underdog book. Seriously. And I'm not just saying it because that's our team. I'm for real. Like, this is crazy. This is, and then, you psych yourself out like, well, we were so bad. I'm just happy to be here. And I was genuinely happy just to be. I'm like, I can't even believe this is happening. So I'm just happy to be here. Then you start feeling yourself getting emotionally invested. Like, oh gosh, I hope they win. Oh, this is getting serious. But I'm going to tell you something. When they took Grinky out last night, I said, oh, here we go. We going to fly out on them now. We going for the gusto now.
That's exactly what they did.
And that's exactly what they did. They just let loose. But we got to talk about some other stuff. Listen, people are asking all day, and you've been hearing me say it, pay Anthony Rendon. Let me tell you something. Whatever they like to give him, go right ahead. There's no objections from me. Whatever you like to give Anthony Rendon, Lerner family, whatever. I mean, just give it to him. It's fine. I have no issues with whatever they would like to get Anthony Rendon. I believe he has earned every single solitary dime of whatever it is. And I hope he take it. Whatever it is, Lord, please. Because this is amazing. And there's still moves and things that will be made, with teams. Because that's just how it goes. But please pay Anthony. And Anthony, if you're listening, whenever that is, please just, come back. I mean, you can't be mad if he doesn't, because everybody's going to be offering him some money, because he's worth it. So I want him to stay, Lord knows. But if he doesn't, that's just how it goes down. What do y'all think about Strasburg? Let me tell y'all something right now. Game 6. When was that? What's the day? Thursday. Tuesday night. Got around the 6th, end of the 6th, top of the 7th inning. I was like, let him finish the game. I promise you, on everything I love. That's the old saying right there. When you say on everything I love, you mean what you about to say. On everything I love, if he would have pitched that entire game, I promise y'all, I was buying every Strasburg jersey I could find. I didn't care what size they were. I didn't care. I was just going to have them in the house. Like, I cannot believe this. He has done something extraordinary. I've never seen it a day in my life, what he just did. Lord, Strasburg clutch. Will he opt out of his contract? I don't know. I hope he doesn't. He's another one. Please stick around. Please. We need him. Things just came together. Everything just came together, and I couldn't have been more just excited and happy for every single one of those guys, especially Ryan Zimmerman. Oh, my gosh. The first Washington National to be drafted here, still here. I saw a picture, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, of Alex Ovechkin and Ryan Zimmerman when they first got drafted, by the teams. It was the picture. They look so young. But I hope they bring Zim back. Zim is he's just a part of the team. It's, you want him to stay, and it's hard for me to want to see any of these guys go at this point. And let me tell you something. They still did this with the bullpen still being suspect, okay? What they did, these here Washington Nationals, everybody did what they were supposed to do. Everybody. There were times when I would be like, okay, you suspect. All right, you acting a little suspect over here. Okay, Robles, you're not doing all that good. Trey, I don't know what you're out there swinging at, buddy. But when they needed to make an impact, everybody did throughout the postseason. And A lot of people were going on my man Max last night. They were going on my man Max Scherzer. But Max was high. I mean, that off some pain, man. He was somewhere in the clouds, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, listen. He did what he needed to do, and he kept us in the game. That's all you can ask for, is keep us in the game. Even though he was looking a little suspect, they didn't get far, they didn't get much up on him. They got 2 runs up on him. Okay, don't faint, Nats fans. He did what he needed to do. We just needed the bats to come alive, and they did. They did. And somebody asked, do you think Max was fully healthy? No, absolutely not. But that's what champions do. This is what people do. They do what they got to do. We're going out there. Game 7 World Series, so much on the line. I don't have to play. I don't have to do nothing until the springtime. My arm can fly out of its socket. Guess what? We good, because I ain't got to do nothing until February. Because that's when they go to spring training, end of February, beginning of March. Y'all, let me know if you're going to be down at the parade. I'll be around there somewhere. The sun's going to be shining, so I'll be there. I don't do rain, although I was out in the rain last night. It's part of the reason why I got on this Caps hat. But it worked out because I was dressed like a champion. So I got all my championship gear. Listen, you guys have been tremendous. We're having a great time right now in DC sports. We got a lot to be proud of. Don't you let that Redskins foolishness make you think we're not doing some good things around here. Don't let them steal your joy, please. And they still got games to play. You never know what may happen. Nothing may happen. Something may happen. But all I'm saying is, don't let that 1-7 record make you think we not cranking over here in DC sports, because we are. We got a lot to be proud of, you guys. So listen. You all know where I will be, right back here next Thursday at 7:30. I will see you all next week. Have a great night.
You're not on the field, court, or ice. CWall. You're on the couch. From PG to DC, this is Coaching from the Couch with your host, CWall. Delivering coverage for all DC sports teams from a hometown perspective. Nats, Skins, Mystics, DC United, Washington Wizards, Caps, Bowie State.
My name's CWall, I'm a PG girl. Down for my skins, I don't know if you heard. If you like watching sports, then I am your girl. Sit down on the couch if you not on the field. Cold on the ice, pick any sport that you want. Know that I cover it tight. What would you like? From baseball to football and more. The list can go on the whole night. Big shouts out to my HBCU fam. Never forget who I am through the wins and the losses, the highs and the lows. We gotta stay strong, so I stay 10 toes. Make the competition back. The way I kick it, make 'em mad, man. CWall and we live and direct. Sit back on the couch and relax. Come on.